Fella, we got parts. Here's some stuff I got off of Amazon, all except for those green spark plugs there, green box plugs. I got distributor cap and rotor, some new E3s, and I'll explain why in a minute. And right there is the plug wires that just came in, and there is the 2 of the 4 spark plugs I had ordered. And yeah, I'm still waiting on the other 2. But I want to go ahead and get this installed. Those are OEM or Motorcraft plugs. And I decided to go with the E3s instead of waiting on them. I originally wanted to get the E3s anyways. Heard lots of good stuff about them. So I guess I'll put this on like a time lapse or something and set it up while I change this stuff. Got the new plugs in, new wires in, new distributor cap and rotor in. I had readjusted the choke a little bit because I had a little too far open, and this got loose somehow. It got thinned out, so I squeezed it together with some pliers to get to hold on there tight. And took the valve cover off and re-siliconed it because it was leaking oil right here down into that plug hole. And so it's probably going to smoke a little bit when I first fire it up. But I did crank the engine over a little bit before I put the plugs in, just to try and throw out any fluid that might be in there. And I'm sure there's still some in there. So in just a few minutes after the silicone dries around the valve cover, I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. I redid the fuel tank. Looks a lot better than what it did. It ain't beautiful, you know, or anything yet. I did sand it down, coat the outside, paint the thing, and so it does look better than it did, but it still looks like crap. And I coated the entire inside with that stuff. So overall, the fuel tank looks a lot better than it did, you know. So I used some Rust-Oleum on the fuel tank on the outside of it. So there we go. A few minutes, we'll fire this thing up. Can someone tell me why it is that guys never really follow instructions that often? And when they put something together, they always have like tons of spare parts left over? Check this out. Those are all my spare parts, not including the engine, of course. Yeah, I think I have too many parts left over. But oh well, it works. Alright, here goes. Let's fire this thing up. Well, seems to be running at the moment. I do think I'm going to have to adjust the air screw a little bit on the carbs, but other than that, I think that's about it. Alright, I think I got the air screw pretty much adjusted. It seems fairly decent, a little hesitation, but she revs right up. So, there's a hesitation. I could recheck the timing, but for now, it's the best it's ever been. So I think we're going to leave it at that for right now. All I got to do is get the axles re-welded, do them the right way, so the next thing the wheels come off, and we get the axles welded.